Be honest, have you ever zoned out during a meeting? You are staring at a slide full of numbers and your brain just shuts off. It's not your fault, it's biology. Our brains aren't wired to remember spreadsheets, they're wired to remember stories. If you want to grow your business, lead a team, or just get people to actually listen to you, you don't need more data. You need a better story. Today, I'm going to show you the top 10 benefits of business storytelling and how you can use them to turn boring updates into something people actually care about. Benefit number one is simple. You don't need a PhD to do this. A lot of people think storytelling is for writers and marketers. The truth, everyone can tell a story. It doesn't matter what your job title is or what language you speak. If you can talk to a friend, you can tell a good business story. And this leads to benefit number two. Stories are hidden everywhere. Whether you are in HR, finance, or IT, every department has drama. You have problems you solved. You have helped people. Those are stories waiting to be told. Benefit number three is that size doesn't matter. You don't need a 2-hour movie script. Sometimes a 30-second story about how you fixed a customer's problem has more impact than a 50-page report. Small stories stick. Now let's look at your team. Benefit number four is awareness. When you stop sending memos and start sharing stories, people actually understand what is happening in the company. It wakes them up. Benefit number five is the big one. Trust. We often work in silos. Marketing doesn't talk to sales and nobody talks to finance. When you share personal stories, you break those walls down. You stop being a job title and start being a human. And humans trust humans. This creates benefit number six, deep listening. Storytelling isn't just about talking, it's about listening. When you create a culture of stories, people stop listening just to reply and start listening to understand. It builds respect. Benefit number seven is better questions. Instead of asking, "Did you finish the task?" storytelling forces you to ask open-ended questions like, "What was the biggest challenge you faced?" And you will get rich answers. And personally, benefit number 9 is confidence. Public speaking is scary because we are afraid of forgetting our lines. But you can't forget your own life story. When you speak from experience, your nervousness disappears, which kills benefit number 10, the fear of judgment. When you are just reading data, you worry if you are smart enough. When you tell a story, you are just sharing the truth. The fear fades away. Finally, the last benefit is influence over information. Information tells people what to do. Stories inspire them to want to do it. If you want to sell a product, don't just list the features. Tell the story of the person whose life was changed by it. Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. You don't need to be a professional speaker to start. In your next meeting, instead of starting with a number, start with, "Let me tell you what happened yesterday." If you want to know the exact structure of a perfect story, beginning, middle, and the end, I'm going to cover that in the next video. So hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Let me know in the comments, what is the most boring topic you have to talk about at work? Let's see if we can turn it into a story.